Against being the favorites. They love to play from behind. Let's see if they can do it here against Rogue. We will see the leftovers in the orange, Rogue in the blue. And after winning kickoff, we see Sizz able to push this one back out to midfield. The leftovers look to keep the ball in the blue. It'll be Matt on the wall now, alone. Sizz out in the mid, looking for the pass. Gets it over the top of Sizz actually, and that'll leave it with the leftovers in the midfield. Farah now to the corner. Sizz and Turtle will rotate. Game number one here on DFH. Best of 5. Winner continues on in the upper bracket. The loser dropping to the lower bracket. And well, it is the underdogs versus the runners-up. Who will be able to take it here in round number 1?
You'll almost always see first round jitters, and it seems that leftovers want to make sure that they are the first ones to sink the first goal, and they have had possession this entire time. But with the hype Rogue came onto the field with, I wouldn't let them.
Oh, Matt gonna be able to get that one through all the defense. That's Rogue on the board.
And that's gonna be enough to get them pretty stoked. This pass from Sizz out to Matt. There's the duo we know so well. Placed beautifully to the top right corner, Matt and Sizz.
Precise coordination, putting Rogue up here. Team USA in the lead by 1. Now Matt seeming to extend the lead here. It's just him versus Snasky. Over the top, does he finish it? No, it's wide. And the leftovers will be able to dodge a bullet, see if they can move this out of their own half. Farah and Snasky moving out together. Farah in support will be in the air to bounce this one around the corner. Bounces off of Matt instead, but still heading towards the net. Sizz gets the save. Matt with the redirect and Sizz with the follow-up.
I think everyone underestimates Matt was second runner, or he was, I guess, the runner-up for MVP in North America.
Woo.
He's doing well, but there it is, a shot from leftovers. They want to make sure they tie this up.
Save from Sizz. Now the pass, Matt to Turtle. Can they finish it off? Siki gets the save. Clears it out for the time being. He'll follow it up himself. Here comes the transition, but wide hits there give the ball back to Rogue. Now Turtle down to Sizz, takes the shot, blocked by Snasky. Matt in loses the 50-50. Now leftovers with an opportunity. Siki will put this onto the backboard, tries to double tap it himself, but misses, and now Farah in a sticky situation. A lot of space given there by Rogue, and Farah will be able to turn this one around. Can he finish it off? No. Turtle will slam the door.
They have to be careful, but both teams have done a good job of not overcommitting. We haven't seen many double commits yet so far this game. They're playing patient. It's a matter of how much space they give to their opponents.
Touch from Turtle off of Siki, bounces down into the orange box, but Snasky picks it up. Neutral 50-50 will drop near the midfield boost, and Farah will miss after the touch from Turtle. But Siki in the air first. Gets the ball deep into the blue. Save your medal for Sizz here early in the series. 2:41 left to go, and it's still Rogue with the 1-goal lead. Turtle in the corner gets it past Farah and able to get it past Snasky as well, but the ball's so high, no shot materializes. Here comes Matt and Sizz though. Again, the shot just barely wide of the leftovers goal. Farah will look to clear.
I'm surprised to see leftovers standing so stagnant. I think they must be starving for boost right now. Just staying on the ground with these shots coming right at him.
And Farah, solid clear towards the net. Matt will easily block, but it buys the space to get out and get that boost you're talking about. Touch will drop straight back down. Turtle to Sizz, looking for the redirect. Snasky off the hood, back into blue corner. Looking to tie the game back up. Farah on the backboard, uncontested right now, but no follow-up will mean Matt and Turtle can clear this one back, transition back onto offense. And here's the shot from Turtle, shut down by Siki, and Snasky and Sizz in a 1v1. Sizz will just let it bounce off his hood, and Farah will go up in the air. Snasky waiting in the back, on the backboard rather, looking for an opportunity. 1:44 left to go. Rogue still just holding on to this 1-goal lead, trying to make it 2.
And watch Rogue seek each other out every time they have possession. They're looking for a teammate. They don't want to waste any opportunities. Sizz now off the backboard. Will Turtle get there?
Oh, it went in! The pass from Sizz setting up Turtle. It's a 2-goal game.
Turtle able to secure the goal over defender. Sizz well placed, getting underneath the ball to keep the height as opposed, and Turtle putting it just under the crossbar, keeping his accuracy in check.
These passes from the Rogue squad have them up by 2 in game number 1. The leftover still looking for that first goal on the land stage. Turtle gets a pass, just Snasky in the back right now. He'll take a shot, but Snasky able to block it away at the last moment. Matt will keep the pressure on. But Farah gets the high clear. And Snasky move up in front of him, hoping for a cherry picking opportunity, but Turtle there. Right now, it seems that most of the 50-50s going in favor of Rogue. Easy cleanup right in the back. 3-0 for the Americans.
All because of a demolition on Siki. You talk about how he might be the best latent player in the world, but if he's not there to make the save, it's still going to go in now. 3 goals up. It's looking real good, starting off this series for Rogue.
Yeah, and right now the leftovers needing to collect themselves and think about what they're doing. What can they change up to get more opportunities to score? Right now, the opportunities, the shots on net have not been that plentiful for the Europeans here, and they need to find a way to get the ball into the back of the net right now. They're playing so much defense, and I believe a big part of that is losing out of 50-50s, especially in the air.
They seem to be playing just a bit slower, Rogue outpacing them, getting the contest they need, but this is actually going to be a risky touch. Sizz couldn't get control, but again, there, no one from leftovers to contest that.
No pressure, no follow-up. With the final minute counting down here, Rogue sitting very pretty on their 3-goal lead. It's probably most likely secure up game number 1, and we'll go to game number 2 with the leftovers needing to tie it back up. Sicky will loft this one. Snasky to play it away from the corner. Matt keeps the pressure on, and you see Rogue just continuing to do what they've done all game long. Just keep the pressure on. If they can just keep on popping it up here, like volleyball. Just keep it away from the leftovers. Not allow them to have any ball control. Matt will take another shot, then we'll go in. Easy goal there to finish it off. Just kind of a nail in the coffin of game number 1. 9 seconds left. You're down by 4. Leftovers not going to be able to bounce back, but they will need to start again. Recollecting, thinking about what they're doing.
Sicky waiting on that backboard. But first game of his RLCS LAN experience, and Matt gets a hat trick.
Oh my goodness.
Got to be a good feeling for him. This is his first showing here, but the pressure does not seem to be hindering him in the slightest. Quite a lot of skill and showcasing coming from all of the Rogue squad right now. 4-0 in the first game. We know leftovers do well after they lose. Will they be able to keep that up even on a stage this large?
Game number 1 gonna go to Rogue. Quickly taking that one 4-0 over the leftovers. Because Rogue had their number there in game number 1. First kickoff going onto the orange side, but Farah alone will be able to ultimately win it out. We'll take a slow approach. Interrupted, and the ball will bounce high. Sicky now in the air. First one to make it. Keep the ball deep in the blue, but cleared on a pinch out towards Sizz. He'll follow this up, look for the quick transition towards the net. The shot will go wide, and Snasky will block it anyway out to Matt. That touch actually keeps the offensive going here for Rogue. And Turtles pinch will send this one high to Farah. Gonna put it back into the blue. Both teams with an opportunity to score, but still scoreless here in game number 1 very early on.
And there it is. Leftovers has to be careful where they're placing this ball, and are these touches worthwhile? Some have just been kind of giving up possession and giving up control. Rogue, we can see it looking for each other almost, with a redirect right in front of net.
Turtle to put it in past the defender. Game 2 picks up right where game 1 left off, and Rogue's in the lead.
Watching that from Sicky's perspective, he was just waiting for that shot to come his way. He took his time, knowing it would be an easy save, but Turtle coming from off screen to push it towards the right-hand side of the net, giving them the lead yet again.
And just as you said, Sicky planning on saving that one, which would be a kind of cookie-cutter save. If there wasn't for the massive amount of pressure that Rogue is able to put on them, the pace that they are playing at, Leftovers is not able to match at this moment. They need to be able to change it up if they want to make a series out of this. Snasky out towards Farah. Sicky will try to shoot it through. But Sizz now in the corner, just keeping this ball in the blue corner. Averaging probably 10 kilometers per hour right now. Very, very slow speed over here. They'll finally get it out. And Turtle looks to set it up to the midfield. Matt rotates wide. Gets it past Farah, but Snasky in support. Up towards his teammate, the cherry pick. The shot towards the net, blocked away by the Rogue defenders.
Oh.
And then the demo will send Snasky back to the back lines, open up a bit of space for Rogue to move out.
The demos that Rogue have been putting onto the leftovers is absolutely crippling any opportunities that they're having on both offense and defense. And it just feels like leftovers are playing a little bit slow.
Oh, Sizz with a shot towards the net, blocked by Snasky, but still in a dangerous position. Turtle's there, takes a follow-up, but Sicky's there, able to block it away. The defense holds on. It's still just a 1-goal game, but the pressure from Rogue continues to come here.
They are on fire right now. I cannot believe they were able to get the angles and the shots they just procured from that play.
Sicky up towards Snasky. Farah sitting in midfield, looking for the shot opportunity. Here he goes. The shot will go. Oh, and it bounces down. Barely makes it in, but we got a tie game.
On a counter-attack play with only 2 shots on goal, one of them being this one going in. Farah goes for the bounce shot. Sizz tried to read it, thinking he'd keep it on the ground, but well played by him, waiting for that bounce and pushing it back in so it bounces up towards the crossbar.
And the first goal for the leftovers of the World Championships for Season 3 going to none other than the rookie, Farah. Made waves in week number 1 with the reverse sweep of flip side. Here they're going to look And it's easy to look at that first game and be like, oh wow, Rogue just so much better than Leftovers. This is the team that made their name on the reverse sweeps. You can never count these guys out until the ball touches the ground at the end of the last game. Siki will look, see if they can get a lead now. They've tied up the series right here at halftime, game 2. Siki towards the backboard, Snasky waiting, he'll take the shot. The block on the wall, opening up the goal, and that's the Leftovers with the lead.
Matt tried to get a bit too antsy for this. Turtle was cheating up. Matt tried to come up on defense, but he left it wide open, forcing himself to make a nearly impossible save off that backboard. And the moment the Leftovers saw their opportunity, they took it. They are now 2 goals to 3 shots.
That is 2 goals the Leftovers have scored on a failed spider defense, a whiff spider defense on the backboard, but they're going to try and tie it back up here. It'll bounce around and in. The pinball goes through. We got a tie game.
Tied up, and again, off of kickoff, Snasky, instead of coming from net, tried to push that from the side, didn't get the touch, and he was last man. If he didn't get that, that was it for him. Seeking it from the back, Matt noticed it from midfield and came to secure the goal.
2:13 left to go, and it's all tied up once more in game 2. These teams playing evenly. And Matt, a long shot downfield. Siki to the side. Matt will off this one. Turtle looking to pass. Miss. Sizz was not really prepared for what was offered to him ball-wise and ended up in the corner, but he comes back to make the clear to the side. Will be Turtle moving out first in the 1 position for Rogue. Allows Farah to win the first touch. That's past 3, and it'll just go in off the touch from Snasky. They just put it around him, slalom through all the Rogue players, and Leftovers has the lead.
Turtle couldn't contest that, not a lot of boost, and Sizz off the back wall. A bit of a risky play. May have wanted to wait for that to fall closer to the ground, maybe get closer to the wall, or aim for the 50-50, but since he got a weak touch, it left the last defender in net. Couldn't get the save.
Matt will off this one high as they look to tie the game back up. For having a dominant win in game number 1 and the lead early on in game 2, they are now down by 1 with 1:30 left to go. Here's an opportunity for Matt, taking the shot. Siki will place it high. Farah rotates around and Snasky on the wall with the clear. Farah will watch this one as it touches all the way down. Bounces towards the goal. Turtle to Sizz, the aerial pass, the air dribble, can he do it? No, Snasky says no. None of your shenanigans. Take that somewhere else. This is my game, and he'll be able to get the clear finally. 1:06, final minute approaching, and still the Leftovers with the 1-goal lead.
Rogues seem to be second-guessing themselves a little bit more this game than last game, but we do see some great passing plays from them. Like, is it enough? Will they score in the next 50 seconds?
The offense from Rogue has still been very solid. As you see Sizz here going to be able to pass that one towards Turtle. He wasn't ready for it just yet, but they'll keep it on him. But Matt missing that touch on the side, kind of indicative of the goals that have been scored. Siki will punish once more and continue it. Defensive mistakes continuing to be punished here by the Leftovers.
Yeah, all it really takes is one tiny whiff, especially at this caliber of Rocket League. One miss, one mistake in your rotations, and your entire team is off. A massive hole for any of these players. I mean, they can score on the tiniest of opportunities, but the moment a player is even just half a second lagging behind, it's going to be an easy shot for them, and Leftovers have been seeking them out.
As 3 goals now scored on defensive lapses from the Leftovers, and that would be the difference. That's the difference in the lead at this point. Rogue, they're going to be able to get 1 more in here. 30 seconds left, now up by 3. Leftovers come back, making the statement. They'll be able to tie up the series, Carpet.
At this point, I feel like Rogue probably knows that they don't have this game in the bag. Most likely, it seems that Leftovers played a little bit more patiently, which in the first game I think hindered them a bit. They were leaving Rogue too much space, allowing them to have all the passing plays they wanted, and eventually a lot of those shots went in. But this time patience paid off because it was up to Rogue to make the mistakes, and they've made a good handful.
Snasky's rocking that RLCS decal you can get just by watching the stream. It's got the big old RLCS shield right on the hood. It's a gorgeous car there. Matt will get a goal in here. Kind of a consolation goal. 16 seconds left. I would be amazed if they tie this back up. But at this point, I believe the Leftovers have game 2.
That's actually a really nice play, though.
Yep.
Turtle trying to make sure he got the read on that touch towards the corner. Instead of placing himself towards the midfield, which most people predict the clear to go, he knew it would get pushed towards the corner. Got the read, pushed it to the middle, but with 15 seconds left, can they score 2 more?
Farah just being a wall there in the midfield. Turtle with the setup. This is an opportunity. He'll be able to, oh, so close, cannot get it through. That would have lit the fires for the next kickoff for the opportunity to tie it up here. But as the game hits the 0-second marker, that will be the end of it. And the Leftovers will tie up the series. They take game 2. Who is able to bounce back? First kickoff going mostly in favor of the Leftovers here. And it'll be Matt clearing it out of his corner. Snasky up towards Siki. Still in the blue corner. Siki will miss that one on the wall. That gives the space for Sizz to move that one down and transition onto offense for Rogue. He'll pass out to Matt. Open shot. Can he get it? No, it does not go in. It goes wide of the goal, and the leftovers look to transition quickly.
They seem to have found the weakness. Now trying to get the counterattack as quickly as possible. Snaski just a mere inches away from putting that on target.
Turtle in the air. Carry that one away from the goal, not allow Farah to have a shot opportunity. Now Matt to Turtle. Passes back on towards the wall. Snaski will get it through Turtle. And Matt needs to rotate his Sizz up towards Turtle. The cherry pick. Does it go in? Oh! Didn't even need Turtle. Look at this shot from Sizz.
I wonder how much Sizz was screaming and telling Turtle not to touch it. There's no one back. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. With Turtle's camera view, he probably assumed someone could have been next to him and behind him. Didn't notice that Farah was actually just cheating up a bit too much. Wasn't ready for a hard clear. And for the third game in a row, Rogue will take the lead.
They take the first goal. 3 games now. The last game, it mattered not, because they dropped the game 5-3. Siki's clear, puts this one high, but Matt over the top, winning the 50-50. Does it go in? Oh! Can they get it? Oh! Oh, there it finally goes from Matt. Snaski had the save, but Matt finished it off finally.
We saw Matt with a nice dunk in league play, and here again, waiting for the defensive touch, trying to read it, and he goes up for it. He started the play, he finished the play. There's a reason Matt was runner-up for MVP.
And the setup from that, the initial shot from Matt was a 150-50, still outpacing the leftovers here on offense. And as long as they keep those touches golden and clean and crisp, they will have a series win on their hands. Right now, having to play defense, Snaski will win that 50-50. Matt there, early read. Siki in the air, back into the middle. Matt with the save. The double commitment there will buy some space for Rogue to push out onto offense. There's Siki around the corner. Back into the middle. Sizz in the back. We'll rotate with Turtle over the top. Siki back down in the box. Sizz, excellent touch all the way to the orange corner. That requires leftovers to rotate all the way back, reset, and here comes that pressure from Rogue.
That kind of hard clear from Sizz is the perfect timing for that. One of his teammates had been demolished, and they were also struggling a bit on boost. So get the hard clear. Who cares if you give up possession? You want to buy your time buy your team as much time as possible.
Beautiful touch there from Matt. Not able to finish it off, but Snaski now on the other end of the field, flying long and high to try and score. This ball just doing laps around the edge right now as both teams having kind of one-shot opportunities on offense before they transition. Matt again winning that 50-50 high on the ceiling. Turtle comes in to make the shot. Can he get the turn here? He's got a mind game, 2 defenders, but Snaski, he'll tackle outright. Excellent play there by Snaski, knowing he had Siki behind him if he got mind gamed.
The patience was well timed, but the leftovers seemed to read it this time. They made sure to dedicate people to the right positions, and right now I'm enjoying their defense quite a bit. They always have somebody prepared for either to 50-50 or to save and net.
Good play there by Fair to get out of the double threat situation. Ball up at midfield, Sizz onto an open net. Can Siki get there in time? The drag race between him and the ball. He does. The excellent save there from the veteran land player to put that one away. Keep this one at only a 2-goal game. Leftovers, though, 2 minutes remaining here in Game 3, still looking for that first goal.
All these close, tight-knit saves from leftovers, but they need to find a way to push it onto offense. They have 2 minutes left. That's a goal a minute. Will they be able to pull it off?
Sizz with Turtle immediately in support. He'll pass it off. Take the shot. Farah gets the block. Excellent screenplay from Rogue, and it has them still with the offensive pressure. Sizz will take a shot. This one will go far post past the rookie, and that's a 3-0 lead for Rogue.
Now defensive mistake from leftovers. Snaski didn't have the boost to follow up for that. I don't know if he knew he didn't, and Sizz took his time for that angle. As tight as it was, he was confident in the shot. He puts it far post, couldn't get saved. That's now 3-0 for Rogue.
The chants coming out from the crowd, you know the home field advantage is strong in US. Snaski's shot towards the net. Sizz will play it away. Soft touch into the corner. 1:30 left to go. Farah's miss by a lot of time for Rogue to space out on defense. Try and get the pressure going as they transition now into the corner. Sizz to Snaski. It'll be Turtle who rotates in the midfield. They try to switch the rotation direction, but Rogue immediately resets it. This one will wrap around the corner. Snaski again, textbook clear. Is able to get this one finally over the top of the Rogue defenders, or the Rogue offenders rather. They'll transition. Nobody really set up very tightly there on defense, and no immediate punish from the leftovers. With the final minute of gameplay, You still see no goals being scored from the leftovers, even though they've had many opportunities here.
Now, any other team, I'd assume this would be defeating enough for them to maybe not feel good enough going into the next game.
Yep.
But if we know anything from the leftovers, oh! Matt, what are you doing to these poor guys? Able to get such a tight redirect from the corner. Sizz and Matt, this duo, still almost unparalleled in either region. Phenomenal gameplay from these guys.
I mean, you talk about it. This is the leftovers. This is the let's just reverse flip side leftovers, right?
Yeah.
These are the guys that doesn't matter how far down they are to who they're down, they can bounce back. But still, goals like that, this late in the game, can just be morale breaking sometimes. The leftovers have to dig down deep to find a way to bounce back. Because again, 4-0, this is what game one was like. We did not see Rogue giving them many defensive mistakes to punish here. And that was how they were able to win game number 2. And as such, Rogue able to, okay. Just watch the way this drops down, and then Snasky's like, thank you, I'll take that. Here comes
Silence.
He's like, oh, thanks, appreciate it. Matt's like, come on, you really? That's how that ends? What a play by Sicky.
Bit of one of those happy accidents.
Yeah.
It falls on top of you. You're not going to at least try and take advantage of it. Like, hey, why not? The goal might be enough to hopefully push them into a better spot. But, I mean, that was only their 3rd shot this game to the 7 that Rogue have already put up. Potentially one more if they can turn this back around. You know, and I think leftovers do really well when the pressure's on and they have really no choice but to win. But will LAN prove just too much pressure?
Well, we will find out right now, Carpet.
This is it.
They are now on match point. Rogue wins the next game. They move on in the series. If the leftovers want to do what they always do now, here on Manfield, Storm's broken out. Rogue doesn't care. A win here moves them on in the bracket. It'll be Farah down towards Sicky. This is leftovers with solid, immediate offensive pressure. This is exactly what they need to send us to the critical game 5. Be our second game 5 of the day. Now Sicky, only one in the back right now, but the ball punted very high, gives lots of time for Rogue to rotate. Here's Farah continuing. Another loft, Turtle over to the side. Matt moves up immediately. No follow-up. That pinch goes dangerously close to the leftovers net, but Farah will be able to pick this one up on the side. Flick it over Turtle towards the net. Sizz carries it away. A great play by Farah, shut down by Sizz.
Nice 2-man defense. Turtle forcing the flick and Sizz following through, albeit close. But
they find him on the rotation and Farah punishes. That's leftover scoring first for the first time.
now we see them trying to turn on the heat. Matt with a bit of a weak touch. Still very doable, but it doesn't matter. Leftovers take it right back off the back wall, and Farah himself will put it into the far left side.
Just as we've said, it does not matter how badly they get beaten game to game. The leftovers know how to bounce back. Sicky, the veteran, he's been here so many times with so many different teammates, but Matt says, screw your backboard, I'm taking the shot directly.
And this right here is just showing how calm he is. He stayed, look at how wide he got for this shot. He swung all the way. He knew it would be a tight angle, and lining yourself up for those is pretty much 90% of the shot. He's just shot straight.
Right.
It's an easy shot at the core, but you need to know how to position yourself. So him positioning himself accordingly, well fought on him.
And that ties us up here in game number 4. Match point favor going to Rogue right now. Matt to try and take a shot. Sizz with the follow-up here to bounce it back out to his teammate. Turtle rotates in quickly. Tight offensive 3-man rotation from Rogue, but the defense of the leftovers holds on. Snasky will try to pinch this one out, still keeping this tight 2-man, 2-1 offensive positioning, and Turtle will get in the air. He'll finish it off. That's the Rogue team with the lead again.
At the moment, whenever leftovers is stuck on defense long enough, they seem to eventually crumble. Snasky did come across, and that was well-timed, but the way Turtle positioned himself, it didn't leave Snasky any angles to actually push it out and away from him. They will now gain the lead after conceding the first goal. Rogue might take the series.
Oh, but Farah has other stories. Again, that one just barely off the crossbar. Farah's shots have been on point this series, just barely going wide of their target. The pressure definitely going to force Rogue to think about leaving more people on defense. That demo on Sizz opens up some space, but the clear game, Turtle's just going to put it back in. It's a 2v3 power play in favor of the leftovers, and Turtle doesn't care.
Snasky dedicating for the demo, but then he got caught in net, wasn't able to turn around and help out. But either way, Farah and Sicky didn't position accordingly, and there's a counterattack. When you know you're a man down and you still dedicate to the play, you know you have to push it away from your net, and instead you just turn it into a shot on goal.
Well, and when you have a player demoed, usually it's when you get in the mindset of we're on defense, so we got to play safe. But at the same time, if a hard clear is the perfect time, that's the perfect time to be more aggressive because you know you have a player who has to spawn in the back. So put your 2-1 up. Put your 2 players up in the offensive position. They do that, and the leftovers were not ready for it. Up by 2. Rogue set in a good position here. They hold on to this for the rest of this game. They will win the series. Out to Sizz, down to Turtle, taking another shot. Bounce board. Matt gonna be able to put that one in. Bounce board, I like that. 4-1 now for Rogue.
Just look at how close these touches were. Turtle over to Sizz, who drops it right back down to Turtle, who then clears it off the backboard. And just to make it clear, that touch from Sizz was all him. And the only reason I know is because that ball trail remained blue. Whoever touches it last makes it blue, so it looked like someone from leftovers came across and helped with this touch, but that was all touch from Sizz, passing it right back to Turtle.
Can we call it a bounce board? I like that.
A bounce board? Is that what I said?
No, that's what I said.
Oh.
I called it a bounce board.
Why not?
I think it's fun.
We can do what we want.
That's right, we're 13. Snasky gonna send that one back down to the corner. Sicky towards Farah, trying to wrap this one around, down by 3, but it's just now halftime in game 4. They have plenty of time to bounce back, but Turtle gonna put that one through. The crowd carries him through. You can see Sizz popping off on the stage. They are ready to play. They're up by 4, Carpet.
At this point, Turtle just showcasing himself, waiting. Sicky didn't have a lot of choices there on defense. He didn't come from the net, so he had to try and read Turtle's touch, which was a little unorthodox, but the angle he took was actually unorthodox as well. Trying to touch it with his wheels. 4 goals up. They must be feeling so strong right now.
And the crowd was chanting, "Let's go, Turtle," as he puts that in. The breakaway is gonna, Snasky gets the save. Keeps that one from extending 5-1. I'm not gonna mention a specific South American country just yet. We'll wait for one more goal to go in. But Fair wants to shut this one down right now. He'll put it in. There goes the Brazil. No chance of that. Still 2 minutes left. Only down by 3. Leftovers are not out of this.
I mean, if there's any team I think can pull it off under pressure, even with a double dedication there. Oh, what?
Woo-hoo.
What was that? Ferry down to Farah
double
down to
dedication?
Snasky?
No. Planned play.
That was
Calculated.
actually insane. I didn't notice that it touched off Snasky there at the very end. Even if it was yet another happy accident. Phenomenal highlight reel play there.
Oh, Farah. Can he do it? Matt to Sizz. That's not the touch he was expecting. Matt was not ready for that back pass, and Snasky will take it right away from him onto the backboard. Sicky in a position where he could potentially score. Set this one out for Farah. But it'll be Matt out to Sizz. Farah gets bumped hard. Matt into the midfield. Snasky and Sicky both up for this. The double commitment makes it confusing to block, but Rogue has it. Can Matt do it in the corner? The 1v2, he'll get just blown up. They're tired of his positioning. Sizz almost puts another one in, and Snasky now over the top. Leftovers is looking to push out.
Every second that ticks by is going to make this even more stressful for the leftovers. Sizz will get the save. Right now, Rogue must be on cloud 9 if they can keep this up.
Turtle over to the side. Sizz looking to try. Cannot make contact. Now Sicky in the air, way over the top. Air ball on both sides. Now Snasky up to Sicky in the cherry picker position. He's going to bounce off the corner. Back to Farah. He looks for Snasky in the midfield, but Matt is away. Snasky keeps that ball in the blue. Turtle, not the best of positioning, but gets the clear. Just enough to buy his teammates time. Farah has that one up high. Sizz clears it away. Close to an own goal, but he'll get that one away safely. Snasky back in the middle. 40 seconds remaining, down by 3. The leftovers with so much work to do before this series is over. If they want to dream of game 5 right now. And Matt will just play that one over to the side. They're just gonna play the keep away game. 30 seconds remaining. With every second it ticks by, it becomes less likely that the leftovers could possibly come back in this one. So Rogue has just been so much on point this whole series. Even that blazing shot from Sicky is blocked by Turtle.
Right now, it seems that the leftovers are in that awful spot where they need to over-dedicate just to get a goal, but the moment they do, they're going to struggle just to get back in time for defense. They won't have a lot of counter clears, and will we see yet one more from Matt?
He'll put it in just before the end. That'll put the nail in the coffin. Rogue makes a statement here in round 1, the 6-2 victory. They could potentially make it one more. We'll find out, but this will be the victory over leftovers. We'll let the kickoff happen. The crowd's behind them. USA is here to play, folks.
Rogue trying to shine a light in the shadow that is NRG on North America. They're trying their best to close that gap. They want to show that they're here to prove just as much as anybody else. A team that came out hyped, they ended hype, ended in 6-2. Look at how happy these boys are. this feels so good for them.
Rogue coming out and making a statement. You know that has to feel good.